Do not attempt to adjust your screen. Forbes DVD Live is taking over.
The stereotypes, they do it. Exactly. They did it to the hood, they did it to hip hop, they did it to the Black Panthers, they did it to everyone.
I want to say something real quick. Fuck Rudolph Giuliani. I just had to get that shit off my chest.
Charles Barkley too.
Well, look, Giuliani's daughter's out there on some klepto
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So fix yourself and your family before you talk about the African American community.
Yo, I'm laughing because
That was deep what you said. Sorry.
Yeah,
When you said the self and they can take the lessons and
This is
then
what I'm saying.
because when I was a kid, I was like 11, right, in the hood, and all my uncles go to jail, come home, and I'm around them, and they around these gangsters, right? But they spitting lessons, and I'm doing dips with them in the park. I'm a little kid, I don't know what's going on, but I started learning the lesson. But those same guards who was talking about building up the hood, soon as crack came, there was the kingpins destroying the hood. That's when I saw the contradiction right there, and I said, "This ain't it." On my ladder to the truth, because I started young, I was looking for it all my life, and I went through all of the denominations you name, and I'm like, wow, every one of them has contradictions. Like he said, they got Christ black in Revelations. They also got it in Daniel's 10:5 and 6.
Yes,
They said the same thing. Because you got people who will say in Revelation, oh, only his feet was black. He was walking in mud. Well, in Daniel it said his arms and his feet was black.
Yeah.
In Ezekiel 1 and 7, it said the angels was black. Their skin was sparkling brass.
Shabazz know the Bible.
Come on. So, I mean, look at Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth, they are black into the ground. If you look at the word, the etymology of words, you just said looking up words, you go look at the etymology, you got to go to the original language that scripture was written, Greek, and then you look up that word, or the Hebrew, you look it up, and it says Kordah, like Shakur, black, dark skin. That's how you read the book. You understand? You gotta look up words.
And you know what's funny that you say?
You never understand the
It's
Bible.
funny you say that, Shabazz, because a lot of people know biblical literature, but they don't know biblical history.
Nah, they know theology. They know religion.
They don't
That's
know
not a religious
history.
book.
Right.
This book is a nationality. This book is our history, man. This is the Black History book right here. This is the history, the present, and the future. I can tell you what we went through, and we're going through it all over again right now. And I'm
But now, do you think
what's getting ready to happen?
Let me ask you, do you think
I've been telling y'all on Facebook for like 10 years.
Do you think it's
You're seeing it now, breaking news.
outside of the lessons of the Bible? Do you think these things actually happen, or is allegorical?
No, it's prophecy. You understand? You gotta understand prophecy.
Okay, so you say it's prophecy.
Before, facade, say. A prophet says it before it happens.
Right.
That's it. It's that simple.
Okay.
You gotta know the prophecies to look for in the Bible and know, because they match up with the news, the breaking news. But you can't go by CNN and all that.
Because a lot of people think this is
off.
biblical history. They
It's
think
not.
it's history. Right, okay. Right.
It's prophecy. It's what's gonna happen and how you can escape it. Like preset, basic instructions, man. You gotta follow the instructions. You got elders and teachers here to show you the way, but you neglect them because Willie Lynch still got you.
Yeah.
Got a hold on you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's separation.
It's
separation, and the religion is Willie Lynch. The gangs is Willie Lynch. Oh, that's new Willie Lynch.
Let me segue into young and old, how it's perceived in hip hop. What do you think about the youth that say old head or nobody want to hear that shit?
Why they ain't say Bon Jovi is an old head? Why you could be 80 and still do a rock album and still do a world tour? Why you put an age on hip hop? You know why? Because you're tired of seeing black niggas get successful and get out of this situation and being an inspiration to those behind them. That's why. They put a little number on it. So after 40, you start losing your confidence. Now the lion put his tail between his, I don't know if we can curse.
Yeah, we can curse.
Yeah, you put your tail between your ass, and you scared to stand up again. Because you think, oh, these little niggas ain't gonna accept me. Meanwhile, you the leader. They looking for somebody to lead, man. And it's like, who's gonna take the lead? Everybody sold out for money, or they lost their confidence, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or they, like you said, they found some kind of truth and then just cooned out with it. They didn't even look at themselves and apply it to themselves.
Try to shut down somebody else.
They just did it to fit in with a certain group of people.
You've been on your what you want.
For life.
You've been who you are since your first round.
Before hip hop and after hip hop.
What makes you stay on that path?
Just me. Just being myself, and I know that's me. That's the Most High Spirit is on me, and I can't. He chose me before I was born.
And I want people to know, they might look and say, man, who the fuck is this nigga? You touched how many continents?
I mean, I'm on my 4th passport.
Okay.
I've been everywhere except probably Japan.
Okay.
And it was only because it was canceled, but I've been everywhere, like a million times. I done touched every continent, and I do the same thing. And a lot of brothers come in, and they go to my page, and then they start learning, and they start teaching. I was a student first, and then I started teaching. I had great teachers, great elders.
When I look at your Facebook, you got 2 Facebook, but I'm friends on both of them. You stay
going
in
on
that bike
every day.
And you, what makes you? I want to know, why didn't you ever fall victim to society, the money, the things?
Because
everybody else did.
because it's not in me to do that.
Yeah.
And that's my spirit. It just wasn't in me to do that.
Okay.
I'm just doing what I'm put here to do. That's it. I don't care if it's money involved or not. I know what's coming. We got something better than money coming, and I stay focused on that. When you know what's coming, you don't even care about this no more.
Yeah.
This is nothing no more. You understand?
Hip hop. Being intelligent was cool. Right?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's not cool now?
Because a lot of people's mind was getting on our level. Like, you have a whole black community thinking like us. You can't conquer us no more. You can't do certain things to us no more.
Yeah.
You understand? But right now, they destroyed it. I mean, it's obvious, man. Come on, man. I got a million scriptures on my mind, man. Like, come on, man. Like, to be honest, man, we under the curses, man. If you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68, it's going to tell you all the curses that we under, man. And nobody else, there's 18 nations on the planet. No other nation fit them curses, man, but the blacks, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. And the 68th verse is the transatlantic slave trade. It's right there. It said it was going to happen. And this was written 2,000 years ago. And it's happening now. You understand? There's a list of things to look for. Christ said to the disciples when he rose up, before he left, he said to look for these things in Matthew 24. Everything he listed is breaking news today.
Why do you think a lot of Latinos don't think that they're black?
Because they got white, they got brainwashed. They was the first ones, actually, the conquistadors conquered them first.
Okay.
They was the first slavery. They was the ones over here first.
Okay.
That's why Cristobal Colon, y'all call him Christopher Columbus, he didn't even make it over here. He made it to Hispaniola, which is Dominican Republic. But anyway, exactly. When they came here, they conquered them. It was actually Amerigo's Vespucci who got over here. He conquered the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, and the Issacharites, which are the Mexicans. They was here, okay? And he took this land and conquered them, all right? And then, he started race mixing. He killed all the men, the buffalo, and he raped all the women. Matter of fact, the women jumped the fence to go get with him anyway, because they start envying the oppressor.
Yeah.
You understand? So now...
Like Stockholm Syndrome.
Exactly. And they got that right now. But what happened was they started, the man carries the seed. If you got an apple seed, I don't care what color dirt you put it in, it's going to grow apple tree, all right? That's why the 5%ers call a woman their earth. Plant your seeds in fertile soil. The seed goes back to a Latin word, sperma, okay? Sperm is the seed. So I don't care what woman you sleep with, if you have a baby, the characteristics could look like the mother. She could be Chinese, Arab, and the baby could look like her. But his spirit is you, is a black man. But what happened was they started race mixing, and the white men started making more babies, and they kind of, after generations, they started looking like them. And then they started accustoming, taking on their ways, because they felt it would be a more privilege for them in this society.
People might look and they don't realize your contributions to hip hop. Let them know some of the craziest, well, not craziest, the projects you was on that they gonna say, oh shit, that was
right. Well, it started with Gravediggaz, you know what I'm saying, with the RZA and them, with the Diary of a Madman. And
you actually started off the song.
Yeah, I was on the first verse.
Okay.
Be a witness,
yeah,
right?
As I exercise.
Everybody was asking, who's this nigga? He's crazy, lazy. Yeah. They couldn't put the face with the verse, voice for a little while.
Let me deal with that for 1 second. Was that horrible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we was bringing in that horror, at the time.
But it
that
wasn't.
genre.
But it wasn't demon horror.
Nah, it wasn't that. They took it.
Niggas started devil
worship. They took it somewhere else and they destroyed it, man. To be honest. See, with the Gravediggaz, what we was coming to do is basically. We was dealing with the mentally dead.
Okay.
You understand? When you're mentally dead, you're in the coffin of your own mind, your grave of your own mind. So we was going in there and bringing you back to life. You know what I'm saying? Resurrecting you out of your mental death.
That's why RZA name was.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
But they took the images. They ran with it. They ran with it.
What type of person was Poetic?
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was like just natural energies, like spontaneous. combustion in one room. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't care if he embarrassed himself. Like Old Dirty. To me, he reminded me of the Old Dirty of the Gravediggaz. He just was that wild style.
You wasn't an official member of Gravediggaz?
Nah, not at the time. RZA just, you know, featured me. He called me, yo, come get down. I got something I think you fit on. Because I was around RZA when they was Protect Your Neck and all that was a demo. And it wasn't even out yet, white labeled or nothing. And he was telling me what he was getting ready to do. So he heard a joint I did from my cousin playing my demo with him, my cousin Freestyle from the Arsenals.
Okay.
And he was like, yo, I like this nigga. Who this? And he was like, this is my cousin. He called me. He's like, yo, I got a label. I can put that out. And I knew him from Prince Rakeem. It wasn't Wu-Tang yet.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I got this new thing I'm doing with my group, Wu-Tang Clan. We mixing martial arts with the rap battle. I was like, that's dope. You know, everybody with that. Everybody, we grew up in that too. So that's a good concept. And then he was like, I got this other group. I think you'll fit on that. But after hearing your style, you kind of fit on that. Because you drop a lot of jewels, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this group is about. So that's when I went in the studio.
So you got Gravediggaz. What else you was a part of?
Sunz and Men. Right after that, what I did was I brought Killer Priest to get on Great Diary because he wasn't there when I did it. And me and him was a group. Disciples of Armageddon. Me and him was a 2-man group. And when I got on Diary, go downstairs to buy the Wu-Tang album because it just came out. And I bumped into Killer Priest and Dreddy. So I told him what I did. I played it. He went crazy. Went to the studio. He got on it. But then after that, me and him was doing our album.
Okay.
So I had Hellraiser with me every day. He had Prodigal with him every day. Hellraiser was like 15. Prodigal was a little older, but so I had my brother with me. He had his brother with him. So I was like, let's feature them on our joint. So we got them on 2 songs, and I was like, yo, that sounds like a whole new group. It just sounded like a whole new group.
Sunz and Men.
Yeah, that's when the Sunz and Men was born right there.
So how come when we saw Sunz and Men,
You didn't see everybody?
you wasn't in it?
Nah, because there was some funny egos. It's just, it's
And
ridiculous.
then 60 ended up being.
Yeah, but 60, we brought him in. Matter of fact, you know what's crazy? The night we brought him in, we did 5 Rock Angels.
Wow.
And right after that, I did Death Be the Penalty.
Whoa.
But here's the crazy
That's a whole new
part.
record.
Yeah, this is
You
crazy.
know,
Nah, this is crazy though.
Yeah.
That was supposed to have been all of us.
Wow.
We did both songs. Fourth produced both. We brought Fourth in, and he did both beats. And when we did the 5 Rock first, brought 60 and introduced him.
Okay.
And then I set off Death Be the Penalty.
Yeah.
And they was like, the fuck is that, man? You said everything. We can't go after that. Keep that for your solo. So then I finished it. You know what I'm saying? Later on. And matter of fact, I got that deal just with the verse. Like, it was real simple. Real simple.
What's your verse, just in case they don't know, what's your verse on 5 Rock?
This is a journey through the halls of hell, a journey to the burn he and all who dwell. I went second right after 60. 60-second went first, then I went right after that.
When that shit come on, I just want to fucking punch somebody.
Yeah, that's when symphonies was still, you know what I'm saying?
Like, we always call them symphonies.
Yeah, symphonies, right. After the symphony.
Then it became scenarios.
Right, exactly. After that, right.
You go back in the era where these great rappers.
Yeah.
Who's a great rapper to you in 2014?
A great rapper or MC on the stage, or because you know there's a difference now.
Who inspires Shabazz today to still do this?
Today, right now, just me, man, and you know, just the Most High, man, just the spirit in me, and just looking at the condition of my people, man. I got something to say, man. I think I can heal a couple of souls, save a life or 2. You know what I'm saying? If I get rewarded later, cool, no problem. If I get it now, cool.
Killer Priest. Is he underrated?
Yeah. And over at the same time too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break that down.
But Priest is incredible, but I think he went off a little bit now.
Okay.
The Priest I know.
Yeah.
If I get Priest in the studio, trust me, I'm gonna bring back that. Cause I know that spirit he need to bring back out.
Is it a fact that he was the first person talking about the New World Order?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. He was probably one of the first to say it probably on a record. Okay. Maybe. I don't even think he was the first one. We all were saying that. We always talking about
I heard he had the Millennium 2000 tape first.
Right. He had, I don't know about that, but he had, RZA and him had the, remember the one with the,
Alex,
yeah, what's his name? I forgot the name.
What the fuck is his name?
They was talking about the,
Jordan Maxwell.
Right, Maxwell, exactly.
Yeah, that's called Millennium 2000.
Right. RZA had that. RZA the one who had that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that.
But I didn't see it from them. I already seen it. When I got with them, I seen that.
Well, the funniest shit is that it was in the Dr. York books before everybody.
Right.
And 90s hip hop is really Dr. York.
Right. You know what I look at in the 90s, right? it was all about the 5%.
Yeah.
The hip hop was, if you wasn't 5%, you wasn't really getting in. Like, you had to be 5% influence or acting 5%, with a name of 5% name fronting and using the slang. That was in the night. I mean, look at like Poor Righteous Teachers, right? Brand New Beat, Kane. If you keep going, Rakim, he made it gangster though. He spoke to
cool.
That's when you wanted to be like Rakim. You didn't want to be like the choir boy. You wanted to keep it street though.
You know who's my favorite God rapper who don't get a lot of credit? Rakim Shabazz.
Yeah. You know who? It was one record. I forgot his name. It was incredible. Supreme Wisdom. It's what I give them. Just to kill. It's how I'm living. Sir I Boo.
What's his name?
I, Sir I, the God on the microphone. Let me tell you. Matter of fact, Ghost always using his little, that body, that body.
Yeah, you stumped me on that. I know what you're talking about.
It's an 80s banger. He used to be with Mel Kwan and Shabazz and Kane and them too. Yeah. That was incredible. That was another one. He had one banger though, and it was incredible.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I want to change this card so we can have enough time for footage, filming. We gonna do this segment right here. Let them know you're on Forbes DVD right here.
Forbes DVD, you already know. Doggy Diamonds, Round Houses.
So this is what we gonna do. Give us a little zigga while I change this card, and we be right back. Forbes DVD. ForbesDVD.com